A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Just about set to go. And starting this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What's the word on him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go? So up now for Chicago, Nico Hoerner. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And a foul ball. And the right-hander deals. Swings through that.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Out towards right center field. On the move. Makes the grab, 1 down. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds, because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Here's Cody Bellinger. And that's in for a strike.
Boog, here's a note on Yamamoto. He won 3 straight Sawamura Awards, the Japanese equivalent of the Cy Young Award, and the last 3 Pacific League Most Valuable Player Awards, which is the first MVP three-peat since Ichiro Suzuki.
1 down, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Ow. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
And now Seiya Suzuki in there for strike 1. Two out, space is empty. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Cubs are down quietly. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Shota Imanaga.
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
Now it's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Gets him to chase after that one.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And he grounds one to the right side. And he picks it up in foul territory. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 1 away.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carried. And it's off the wall. Betts into second.
All over that one right there. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
One down. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. And the first offering is not close. Man at second. Up and in, and the count is 2-0. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
One out and a runner at second. Swung on, popped up left side. Swanson settles under it, hooks it away for the out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. A tough challenge in this one. An excellent arm on the mound. Singy, they're going to have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah, and they're not going to get a whole lot if he pitches the way that he's capable of pitching. So, be ready to swing from the first pitch. You get something straight, man, you better turn on it.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. And there's a ball.
That's inside.
The pitch. Swings and misses. That's strike one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Man on second, 2 down. Runner takes off, fights that one away, still 1-2. And he deals. And he chases that one. And that is the inning. End of one. And we're still scoreless. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All set for the start of the inning. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Ian Happ. Yamamoto back to work. Ball one there. Happ, a former All-Star, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
In there safely. Man at second. Swing and a ball popped up. Betts running hard to get it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. No score here in the second. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Solid miss, struck him out. 1 out in the second.
The play right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Here's Mike Tauchman.
I'm so glad Yamamoto made the move to Major League Baseball. He's one of the most decorated pitchers to come out of Japan and finished his Nippon professional baseball career in style.
Ball 2.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Facing elimination and pitching in Game 6 of the Japan series, Yamamoto pitched a complete game with 14 strikeouts and broke the series strikeout record held by Yu Darvish. What a way to go out.
Line drive. Playable Betts makes the grab, and there's one away. So up next, Michael Busch.
The first baseman, Michael.
That's a strike.
One and one.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. The 1-1.
Ball two.
And
Nope,
a good eye
that's a
there. Dansby Swanson on deck for the Cubs. Now a fly ball to right center. On the move to the alley. Corrals it. And that is that. Cubs leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. And here comes Tommy Edman. Why to kick the pitch. In the air, right side. Suzuki on the move. And out number 1 on the grab.
He was all over that first pitch fastball, but just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
The batter now will be Will Smith. First round pick out of Louisville in 2016. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
1 out, bases empty. And now the lefty waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Quick 3-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and he ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
Here's Muncy to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
One
And
ball,
that's downstairs
2
and
strikes.
outside. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Two down, nobody on. Up
That's
and
ball
in,
2.
and that's ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Dodgers down in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. New inning getting started. Dansby Swanson stands in.
Dansby Swanson.
Yamamoto back to work. Fought off foul. Righty delivers. And he drops it down the 3rd baseline. And that's just foul. Bounce to the left side. Sends it to first. And one away in the top of the 3rd.
The catcher, number 9, Miguel Amaya.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. There's a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there. And he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Here's Nico Hoerner. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The pitch. And there's the strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That one missed.
It's a good take.
Into center. Pages on his way over. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Bottom of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pages. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon. Just so sound in his mechanics. It's against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of
the field. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
0-1.
Here goes the runner. Cut on and miss. The throw, tag, and he's out.
You know, sometimes a throw that bounces into second base can be just as good as a perfect throw in the air. Almost a little bit easier to handle at second base. For me, that caught stealing right there was all about a really poor jump off first. Just didn't time it well, and he was toast after that.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Here's Shohei Ohtani. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's a ball to strike.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Kicks and deals. Shoots a line drive single into right center. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now it's Mookie Betts. Doubled in his first AB. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You see?
Shohei on the go. It's a pitch out. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, they did everything they could to try to prevent that steal. They throw the pitch out, but just great speed on the base paths. And that's a pretty nice stolen base.
Two outs. And
That's
Mookie
ball two.
takes.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Freddie Freeman hitting on deck circle. On the ground to third, and that one finds its way through. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He will score, and they take the lead. 1-0.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 0 for 1 so far. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. And it's safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
And a pitch. Bounce to the right side. And it gets by him. Flying around third is Betts. He's safe. So 2 down. Teoscar Hernandez now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Freeman off of first with 2 away. Hard hit right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 3 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cubs nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Number 24. Cody.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Bellinger hammers one deep to right. Betts going back, and he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time.
You know it's a good play when we break out StatCast for you folks. He took a great route and found himself in position to make a nice running catch. Just excellent work.
Yeah, he really showed off his wheels on that play, and I know that always gets you excited, Singy. Exactly 100 feet for that out. Now at the plate, Seiya Suzuki. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Late on that fastball.
Tough spot right here. Quick inning, 2 quick outs. You got to be patient, but you also have to be somewhat aggressive to not miss your pitch early in the count.
Good eye in that spot. 2 down, nobody on. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2 strikes.
There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. Applies the tag. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cubs nothing. Back here in LA, John Chambee and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Tommy Edman. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bellinger drifts towards it. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, catcher,
And up to the plate is Will Smith.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one. Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
Here's a 1-1. And it's strike two.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
first baseman, number 13.
Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Man at first, one away. That one not close. And 1-1. Base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
2 on, 1 out. That one fouled off. And the pitch. Flails at that one. It's a strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt.
Line drive, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Way outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Movement in the bullpen. Jordan Wicks preparing to come on if needed. Smith at third. Muncy at second. Rojas on at first with 2 down. Next offering upstairs.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging. And the Dodgers leave him loaded. They're up 2-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Isaac Paredes. And that's in for a strike. Paredes goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and he's a native of Mexico. Foul ball still 0-2. There's a swing and a drive. Pages. Long run on his horse. And he can't make the play. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Well, not an easy play by any stretch. He went a long ways just to get to that fly ball, and all that hard work to get there, you're expected to bring it down. I have to think that the ball was bouncing on him a little bit, and what I mean is when you run a long ways, you can get on your heels some, and that makes the jarring of the ground make the head move and make the ball move. So important running technique is critical, and that's something that's often overlooked.
Pulls that one foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. And another ball. Back to right. Sizes this one up. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runner on at third, one gone. On the ground. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Dansby Swanson. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Swings through that one.
Oh, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's pretty tough on the hitters if he can mix that in.
And down on strikes he goes. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And we're back. Here's Mookie Betts.
The right field, Mookie
The pitch.
Betts.
High fly ball down the left field line. And it's off the wall, but foul.
Well, you always have to be careful in these spots because Mookie is lethal in the leadoff spot. He has the most multi-home run games out of the leadoff spot in baseball history.
Turns and fires to Betts. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And at first, here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 2. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. Betts leads off second with nobody out. And a strike. Next pitch misses, and a count 1 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering is outside. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And 1 out now. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called 3rd strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. That one ripped. Tattooed and gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat move. Aggressive, and it paid off. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Tommy Edman at the plate. And it's fouled away. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Throw to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And here's the catcher, Will Smith. And that one fouled off. The wind of the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now, Nico Hoerner. Yamamoto back to work. That one close, ruled a ball. And it's 1-0. Inside, just missed. Fouled off left side. Lifted in the air, right center field. Sizing this one up, and there's one down.
The center fielder, number 24, Cody.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. Caught him looking for the K.
Now back. The right
And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs 9. So a young arm coming on now out of the pen. Jordan Wicks. Once he digs in. And here it comes. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
The 0-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Off the plate, 2-0. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Bounced up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
And now 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time. And a pitch. Runner takes off. That's hard hit in the line. Lays out and makes the play. The relay brought behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 4 and the back here in LA, top of inning number 7 in half up to hit. The wind of the pitch. That's down and in.
Counts 1-0.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And the pitch. And another ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Isaac Paredes now. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second.
1-1.
And that one is lifted in the air. Pages on the move to the gap and makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. Now will be the Cubs DH, Mike Tauchman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
A runner at third with less than 2 outs. This is the guy that usually comes through in these spots.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
The Dodgers leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Rojas fires over to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Well, a run comes across the score right there, but defensively, when you have a lead like this late in the ball game, you're counting outs. Nice job of simply just trading a run for an out.
Out to short, Edman. Fires to first on the run,
He's
and
out.
that'll do it. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. On a line out towards center. Bellinger pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Mookie Betts now. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. He swings and fouls one off. 1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Now a drag bunt, third base side. He's safe. On with a bunt single. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Throws it away. 1 for 3. Ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. Betts around second, headed for third. Over to third, but the throw's offline. And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
1 out, bases loaded. And up next for Los Angeles, Tommy Edman. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
The shortstop takes the ball. Out there to center. Bellinger drifts towards it. He makes the grab. Both runners tagging. The throw is offline. He's safe. And they're up by 4.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Down the left field line. Could be extra bases. 1 run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 7-1.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
New arm out of the bullpen, Keegan Thompson.
I think it's going to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man at second here with 2 away. Max Muncy at the dish. Up the middle. Horner over to first. They get the out on Muncy. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Ready. Righty reliever out of the pen, Tony Gonsolin.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here comes a pitch. That one's in there. 0-1. Gonsolin, a 6'3" righty, 205 pounds, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2016. Betts settles underneath it, nabs it, and a quick out number 1. Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's nothing in one.
0
It
1.
might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's
Inside,
really
ball
late
one.
right now.
Just off the inside edge. Here's a 1-1. In the air on the infield. Freeman under it. Brings it in. And there are 2 down.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner. Foul ball. Right-handed reliever.
Ball inside.
And there's a foul ball. 2 outs. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The pitch. It goes down looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down 7-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And now the center fielder, Andy Pages. And he deals. And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. That one fouled off. And the 0-2. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, second baseman,
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First pitch swinging.
Look, it looked like that
0-1's the
curveball
count.
backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Got the bat
ball,
going
2
too
strikes.
soon. It's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
So the lineup flips over. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. Wouldn't
Ball,
chase
that's
that
inside.
time. Hit on the ground to the right side. Bush takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Dodgers go down quietly, and they're on top 7-1. All set to start the 9th in this one. Bellinger up to hit.
Number 24, Cody
Gonsolin back to work. And
Oh,
that's
that's it.
off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. And a big swing and a miss.
Man,
1-1.
that was pretty gross right there.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder, Suzuki.
He's 2 outs away. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. There's a strike, 95 of that one. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Oh, and 2 now. Set down on strikes. And they're down to their last out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Happ stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Next offering in there for a strike.
1-1.
And it's 1-1. The Cubbies with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gonsolin is just 1 strike away. That
Ball
misses, and the count's even at 2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another double.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate.